as Ira mentioned, one of our earliest collaborators was Luo Bingcheng, and then after that was Luo Shixiang, the current CEO of the Taiwan Innocence Project. I think when you go to like an Asian Regional Innocence Conference, the Taiwanese stand out as sort of the all-star team in the impressive lineup that makes up the Innocence Network worldwide. They were founded in 2012 and they formally entered the network in 2015. This is their impressive team at the moment, and they're staffed by a pretty small number of full-time staff and then a very large number of volunteers, and also they work closely with the law school at Taiwan University, Taida, to help do their exonerations. So this is a list of their current exonerations. I think one was cut off from the bottom, but basically they have about 9 exonerations so far. I say about because in an interesting similarity to China, one of the challenges in Taiwan is the kind of endless appeals that can happen. So even though someone may be exonerated, there is the scope then for the case to be essentially brought again by the prosecution. I saw we have Min Jung on the call, so she certainly has a lot of expertise in this, can probably talk to it better than I can. But basically this means that, for example, if you look at the first case that the Taiwan Innocence Project took on, one of their earliest cases was the Zhen Xingzi case. And you can see this is the one where there's death penalty and murder. So he was facing the death penalty for the murder of a cop. The case involved pretty clear false confessions and invalid forensic science around ballistics. But even though there were sort of multiple steps at which a court said he did not commit this crime, he wasn't finally exonerated until about 2017. A major weapon in the kind of armory that the Taiwan Innocence Project now bring to their cases was the passage of legislation in 2016 that allowed for post-conviction DNA testing. I think one of the things that we admire a lot about the Taiwan Innocence Project, and we're always seeking to learn from them, is their fantastic ability with social media. They're really impressive in navigating Taiwan's very dynamic media environment, in harnessing very quick campaigns around the individuals that they represent. And honestly, if you have the good fortune to go to one of the events that they put on, whether it's the film festival that they did last year or their annual regional innocence conference, it's extraordinary what they do with a very limited budget and a massive army of volunteers. So yeah, I think it's an honor for me today to talk about some of the impressive work that they've done.